What's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in to CRÜZR Radio episode number 4. I'm your host, Wesley Hill, joined with my co-host, Mr. Hunter Harris, founder Chad Rice on the mic again, and as well as the Dragon, Mr. Ed Stewart. It was Tennessee regular opening season for us. We're going to get into that and talk about what we experienced so far, as well as we're going to talk about Broadheads, and Lord knows what else we're going to be talking about in this podcast. Let's get into it. What's up, guys?
What's up?
What up?
Howdy.
Mr. Ed, it's good to see you again.
You too.
I see you brought a little friend with you.
I did.
The Dragon and Morty.
Mm-hmm. Dragon and
the
Morty.
Dragon and Morty.
Can show him to the cameras.
Ed's got his boa constrictor, and Hunter's over here about to have a conniption fit.
I ain't about to have a conniption.
Yeah,
but
I'm just glad I'm on the other
don't
side
wanna
of the table.
He's not scared. He's just extremely skeptical.
Yeah.
Not a sissy at
As
all.
is I.
Look, man, I petted him before we turned the cameras on.
Pet Ed's snake.
Yeah.
That's weird.
That is weird. I didn't know it.
Hey, don't give me crap, guys. Come on now.
You started it.
I petted
Yeah.
him, and he looked at me a little too hard after I just kind of poked him a little bit.
He side-eyed you, didn't he?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, boys,
makes
it's
sense.
deer season in Tennessee.
It sure is, man.
Thank the good Lord.
Archery opens Saturday. What
When
day
did
was
deer
that?
season
24th?
start?
Oh, Ed, hush. What, it opened the 24th, right?
I
Yep.
believe so. Yeah.
Am I right?
Saturday.
Yeah. So
Yeah. It was
I
good.
didn't hunt Saturday.
I didn't either.
Yeah. It's the first opening day I've missed in, golly, a long time.
Yeah.
I had a similar experience.
I did hunt Sunday, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shame on both of y'all.
How many days have you hunted so far?
It's a good question.
4.
They're all kind of running together. I think it's been 3 days.
3.
Yep.
I think I'm on 4.
Yeah.
3 or 4. And then Ed, what about you?
I've only hunted the weekend.
Oh yeah, that's right. You did Sunday and Saturday.
Ed's got a job. So,
Yeah. I got a day job.
yeah. Well,
I do too,
that
buddy.
sucks.
What? How many days have you hunted, Hunter?
5.
Fall.
Yep. 4.
How'd they
I
go?
hunted all 3 of the velvet and
One day of the weekend. That doesn't count. We're talking about the opener here.
1. I didn't hunt Sunday
Okay.
because, I mean, it ain't even worth it in the mornings
That's
because
the Lord's Day. So,
got to be up and be at church at
mm-hmm.
9 o'clock.
Yeah.
So
How'd it go on Sunday?
it didn't go
Wait,
good
He
in
did
the
go on
woods.
Sunday. He wasn't in the woods.
Oh, I thought you said you were in the woods.
No, I said Saturday I hunted, but Sunday I didn't.
Oh, okay. I missed that. Golly. Well, so how did Saturday go?
Saturday
you are
morning,
tired, aren't you, bro?
I sat
Dude,
with,
I'm very tired.
I sat with my dad and we didn't see nothing. Then Saturday evening went with a buddy, and we didn't see nothing until like right at the end. We sat like 10 feet apart, and he gave me the old universal,
Yeah.
Round this thing up.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
get down. Like I reach over, put my thumb on my arrow to unlock it, and like this little doe. No, this little doe, like straight Usain Bolt right to my tree. It looks like right up at him, so I can't move.
Yeah.
So I'm just stoned, and she kind of spooks and goes around me, and I hear meh, and I kind of look over to my right, and he's full draw. I'm like, yeah, she's fixing to get it, but
He miss?
no, I mean, we never did. She
Oh,
was
he didn't
going through
shoot.
some thick stuff, and
I
she
gotcha.
never would stop. So, I
Dang.
mean, that was like the extent of my action for the weekend.
What about you, Ed?
I killed nothing but time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was so excited about getting to get up and go hunting Saturday morning.
As we all were.
You forgot your bow.
No. Worse.
Forgot his release.
Oh, dude.
How
I didn't
many
go to bed
times
till
has that
2
happened?
in the morning. So
Yeah.
theoretically, I would have only gotten an hour and a half of sleep,
Yeah.
which has been done plenty of times before.
Yeah.
Because I used to hunt when I was on second shift. So I just go home and not go to bed and get up and go. But anyway, I forgot to plug up my phone. And when I fell asleep, I woke up and I seen it was almost daylight. I said, I flew out of bed, about busted my door down to find a clock. Like, what time is it? Oh, It's 6 o'clock. But
You got in a tree though still.
Not that
No, you
morning.
didn't.
Did you go Saturday
I
evening?
went Saturday evening.
Okay.
Okay.
So you just said forget it Saturday morning.
I thought about going in, but I thought,
Did you go to Waffle House or something?
no.
You went back to bed.
I did. I went back to bed.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
Yeah,
Because
would
I
have
woke
to.
up and I felt kind of drunk. Because I woke up right in that awkward stage of sleep in a
Yeah,
panic.
right when REM set in.
Yeah. So I was already in a panic. So I just went back to bed for a couple hours. Then went that afternoon. And nothing. Super windy.
Yeah.
It was
It was
windy.
windy.
I was on
Yeah,
a pretty
super.
big tree and it was getting kind of wavy. I'm like, this big old tree's
Swaying a lot.
swaying in the wind. My arrow's not going to sway straight. But so I went Sunday morning to that same spot. All my deer
Yeah.
have been coming in late at night.
Yeah. Like
Gotta-
after.
Got to get closer to that bedding area or that staging area.
I know.
Got to find a med.
They're in there 7:30, 8 o'clock.
Yeah, they're probably not bedding too far from there.
And then maybe 2 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock.
So, where's this at? Where do you hunt at? Do you hunt in this county, Putnam County?
Now, this spot is...
This is public, right? You're on public.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all I hunt is public.
That's right.
So if any of you guys got some private,
Hit us up. Ed needs
Specifically Ed.
Ed needs a
Yeah.
spot or two.
Ed also doesn't have social media, so you'll have to contact CRÜZR. So
also true.
Or we'll blast his telephone number over there.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah. Now this particular spot's in Overton County,
Overton County?
so it's a pretty long walk back there. I bet it's probably half a mile,
I
3/4
know
of
where
a mile
this is
back.
at. We've talked about this place. I've hunted this place a couple times, turkey hunting.
I went back to that same spot Saturday morning or Sunday morning.
Yeah.
I freaking hate walking through there in the
I
dark.
know, dude.
I hate it so much. Look, the boogeyman's gonna get me.
I hate
Got a
the
weird
dark.
feeling, dude.
I
It's like
hate
we're
the dark,
grown
period.
men. And
dude, I
I'm
get
scared of the
terrified.
dark.
I do too, dude. I ain't got no lies to tell. Like I'm like, probably looks like a freaking Kenworth dump truck coming through the woods because I got a huge light on.
I felt like I was doing suicides running through the woods. I was doing like 20-yard sprints. I'd stop, look around, make sure I'd stop just
Stop
long
and
enough
look
I don't have
behind
a
you.
heart attack. And then I'd stop, look around. Okay, I'm good. Run some more.
Dude, I was in South Dakota last year hunting, and I think, I don't know, it had to be at least 2 miles back that I hiked. So,
No.
yeah, no, it was a long ways back. But Hunter from the Element, he and I rode out to this peninsula around the river, and I hiked back probably like 2 miles, dude. He stayed close to the truck, and when I got back there, I was like, man, this
Did you know where you're going?
Yeah,
or
I knew where I was going. I knew where I wanted to be. And I saw a bunch of deer, but there was standing corn, and there were pheasants and turkeys and deer. It was like I saw a lot of wildlife on that hunt. I think I counted like 90 deer. Like no
Wow.
lie, we saw like 90 deer total. But getting back to walking out in the dark, dude, nothing will scare the life out of you more than flushing
Oh, dude, turkeys.
a turkey off the roost or a daggum pheasant. They make
Remember, I told you
the
during that
worst
velvet, dude,
daggum
I-
noise there is anyway. But dude, I about had a heart attack, and then the whole time walking back 2 miles, I was doing like Ed said, just booking it, just like speed walking.
I hate
and-
that feeling
yeah.
too, dude. It's
Did
like,
I tell you guys about
sheer
the first
pain.
And there's
time?
mountain lions there too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm kind of freaking out.
You just want to close your eyes and run.
Did I tell you guys about the first time I heard a flock of turkeys cackle
Yeah.
going up to the
No,
roost?
no, I've never heard you tell
So-
that story.
Say it. This is
This
funny.
was, I don't know, probably 4 years ago.
I bet you're like, what the?
And
going on?
this is before I started hunting out of a tree, like on a regular. So I was sitting on the ground, and hands down, this tree is probably the diameter of the narrow side of this table. So it's pretty big.
Okay.
And I kind of put a little bit of bad juju on me and Justin because we got out of the truck. I said, you know what? I've never seen a bobcat in the wild. And when a bobcat's looking for a mate, it makes this weird quacking sound. It's like, quack, quack.
Yeah, they do, dude.
It's goofy.
That
So
is a weird noise.
Justin was probably 100 yards
Does it
around
have a
the corner
face
from
like
me.
that? When
Probably. I didn't see it. I wasn't around long enough to see it.
But anyways,
Anyway, before I was rudely interrupted.
sorry, Ed.
It's okay. I'll forgive you. It's Mr. Ed from now on. So I hear this bobcat quacking up on top of the ridge. And I'm like, oh, jeez. Sitting on the ground. I'm in a vulnerable spot. Got no hand grenades or nothing. So I'm going to be up a tree here in a minute. And I ain't talking about.
Were you by
Good
yourself
hunt
or were
out
you
of
with
No,
Justin?
Justin was with me. So he calls me over the radio. He said, what is that? I said, that's a freaking bobcat. I said, and it's horny as heck, looking for a friend, trying to get some tail. Literally. But
Yeah.
so probably 30 minutes later, another bobcat just casually strolls around the corner, passes in front of him. He said, dude, there's a bobcat in front of me. I'm like, you going to shoot it? No, you can shoot it. I'm like, all right. And he said, this thing's huge. It got around the corner. I said, that thing looks like an overgrown house cat. That's tiny.
Yeah.
And so I put my rifle up to shoot it. And as soon as I get my rifle about chest high, and this is the last day of deer season, too, for the year. So,
Yeah.
you know, I'm tired, wore out, been hunting every weekend, couple days throughout the week.
Yeah.
And so you got a bobcat up the hill. I'm slightly on edge because I can't see behind me. And
Well, if that quacking gets close, you know it's coming. So.
if that quacking gets close, I'm going to be concerned. I'm thought, uh-oh. I hope you don't think I'm
So
no
looking for
bobcat,
a
Mr. Bobcat. So that thing just looks up at me when I get my rifle up and just casually turns around and walks away. And so,
said,
and Justin, he
nope.
said,
Turned around.
he said, dude, that thing is walking right by me again. I said, I know, I scared it. He said, that thing don't look scared to me. I said, I know. But in between these two bobcats, 4 does come hauling tail probably 10 yards to my left. Scared the crap out of me because I didn't hear them till they were right up on me. And when you hear a bunch of rustling leaves running, I mean, that's spooky when you're on the ground.
Well, especially after a quacking bobcat.
Yeah. So, because those things startled me. Then I see the second bobcat. Then another doe comes running down the hill. So it was a eventful day for the wildlife.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, freaking
I mean, that's a good.
tired of these stupid random noises scaring the crap out of me. But
I mean, that's a good last day in the woods for the season, you know?
it gets better.
Oh. Okay.
So I'm sitting down. Finally, my nerves are collected, and all of a sudden I hear this awful racket. You know what a group of coyotes sounds like when they're running after something?
Oh, yeah.
It sounded exactly like that, and it was right at the top of the hill. I all but throw my rifle when I stand up. I stand up, got my rifle in one hand, my pistol in another. I'm like, rifle, pistol, rifle, pistol, rifle, pistol, pistol. Rifle only got one shot. And I'm looking around the tree like, oh, where they at? You know, I thought I'd done been had. I said, I called over the
Was
radio.
it dark? Or was it,
It was
still daylight?
dusky. It was like
Okay.
4:45.
Last
So
night.
it was
Yeah.
getting dark. Oh, that's the worst.
And I called over the radio. I said, Justin, did you hear that?
Come get me.
He said, yeah. I said, I think those are coyotes. And He looks up and he sees the last one going. It was a freaking flock of turkeys cackling. Scared the crap out of me.
Thought you was had.
I did. I thought I was a goner, but so I don't know how we got off on that random trail, but probably about grown men being scared of the dark.
Do you guys know what skinwalkers are?
Those are fake.
I know they're fake, but when you're in the woods by yourself and it's 9:00 at night, you start thinking about that. It gets pretty freaking terrifying.
What is a skinwalker?
It's like
Do I
it's
want
like
to
a
hear this?
chupacabra. I'm gonna tell you.
Oh, it's chupacabra?
No, it's not. It's like that.
It's like a
like an
ghost
old
or
folk.
something. Like a.
It's like that thing off that TV show.
So it's not real.
What TV show?
I think
Ain't there something called Skinwalker Ranch or something like that?
I have no clue.
I think there is.
The basically what it is it's like a old folk tale, and it's supposed to be like a witch or something like that.
Oh, I don't believe that crap.
No, I don't either.
Oh,
But
Blair Witch Project, huh?
yeah, but so basically they'll
That might be
disguise
trademark-
themselves as
trademark
deer,
infringement.
and then they'll make noises like humans to try to attract you to come close to them. But it's just absolutely terrifying when you're in the woods by yourself.
Maybe I'm not going hunting in the morning.
I'm not. I quit.
Dude, so
And you guys want to buy a bow and some guns?
Chad and I went hunting yesterday evening, and then
Yeah.
after that, I had to go grab my sticks and stuff for this morning.
Yeah.
And so I went into the woods by myself. I've never ran to a spot so quick in my life.
I have a bunch.
And dude, I literally, I got like halfway up the tree, and then I put my lineman's belt on. I was like absolutely terrified the entire time. And I knew that the spot that I was in was also a bedding area. So I was like terrified I was going to spook stuff. I just
Yeah,
tried to
but you
get
were
in.
probably really loud.
I tried to be as loud as I possibly could.
I do
Yeah, you
that
spooked
sometimes.
everything without trying to spook everything.
I think that's a lot of the reason why I'm scared of spooking something than them spooking me.
Yeah, I'd rather just scare them off and then I'll have to deal with it.
So this is so
Me too.
like I was reading like in some of the groups, online forums and stuff, like on Facebook. It's a pretty common thing. There was a thread about that, or like a comment or
Because I've always
whatever
thought,
posting.
I wonder if anybody else is like,
Dude, and it was like 95% of the people that were commenting were like, yeah, I'm kind of freaked out by the dark.
Yeah.
But like,
Grown men.
the thing is like almost all of them were like, but like, I'm more motivated to get in and kill a deer. Mm-hmm. So it's like, that overtakes the fear of whatever's
Like
out
my
there.
dad-
I mean, there's nothing out there, especially in our neck of the woods, that's gonna do anything to you.
my dad, he walked to stand in the dark, pitch black dark. I'm like, you're dumb.
Yeah, I can't do it.
I mean, I could do that too, but I still get a little
Nope.
freaked out every once in a while. I'm like,
As much as I hate the dark, me and Justin, we always go in without a flashlight.
Without,
You don't use green light, nothing?
If it's too dark, like we can't see, then yeah, we use a green
I
light.
can't see.
I say, how do you not trip over stuff?
And then I'm nocturnal.
He's got
a
Ed.
cat.
He's got Ed.
no, he's a
vision.
dragon.
Yeah, he's
bro.
the dragon.
Once I start climbing, I'll switch over to red.
Dude, but I started like going back to the car, and I had my sticks, my platform.
Just all strolled. Like,
Yeah, dude, I didn't even grab my I didn't
Jump
even
over
grab my
mess.
Like you're
backpack to
carrying
put everything in. I
firewood.
just grabbed everything like literally like firewood, and I'm just like running back.
you just
And-
jump out from your car
Dude,
and look at it.
I tripped over myself and dropped everything and started freaking out even more. And then I like grabbed all my stuff and like ran to my truck. And I get up to my truck and I had my my headlamp on. And the most terrifying thing is when you get to your truck and you're thinking about skinwalkers and then you turn.
Find your freaking keys.
No, you turn and I have a trailer hooked up to my truck right now, and right behind my trailer, all I see are glowing eyes, and it's just like a little like fawn or something, and I'm just like staring at it. I realize what it is at this
Like,
point.
oh crap!
Well, and then the
says,
immediate thought.
Play with me, Wesley.
Dude, that was my immediate thought, bro. I was like, this thing's gonna start talking to me, and I tried to get in my truck, and then when I stepped up into my truck, the back of my suspension squeaked, and it sounded like somebody was saying Wes, and I freaked out. dude. And the worst
You gotta
part
quit
was
watching scary movies,
oh, dude,
bro.
I don't even
That's
watch
why I
scary
hate
movies.
scary movies. I absolutely, my wife loves them, and she's like,
Dude,
oh,
I
you're a
can't
big
do
bad.
it.
I was like, I don't care what you call me. I freaking hate them.
Dude, I can't stand it. I shut my truck, my door. I rolled up all the windows because I kept them all down. I don't know why.
This is hilarious.
And then literally I have a gate that I'm supposed to close, and I literally just took off. And then I got like halfway back home, and I was like, oh crap, I didn't shut the gate. And so then I had to go back and shut the gate. But when I parked my truck to do
Put
it,
on-
I parked it like on
Put
the
your lights
road,
on high
like
beam,
20
like
yards
right on
away
the-
from the gate, so I could just run there and then get back in the car. I don't know what was going on in my head, dude, but I was so freaked out.
Oh, sometimes it's just like a series of events that happens like that, and you're like, I legit think something was
Dude,
trying to get me.
and the worst part is when it's like you're doing that double check like behind your head just to see if anything's there, and then you get lost with the shadows and everything else.
Yeah, like I've been walking through fields and like scare some cows or something,
Yeah.
or run into some horses. Oh my gosh, dude.
Yeah, dude.
I can't.
Or flushing, like I was saying, like
Well,
any kind of
remember during-
ground bird.
Well, during velvet season, the last Sunday when I was coming down from the hill, remember I told you when I called you,
Yeah.
dude, I got all the way to the bottom, and all those turkeys I'd been watching to roosted down there, I didn't know,
Golly.
dude. I got down there and they all freaking flew off, dude. I about sprayed hot lava all in my pants. It was scary. It scared me to death.
Dude, I'll tell you what, there's nothing funnier though when you're in the woods like getting stuff or leaving when you're with somebody and something scares them and you have no clue what's going on. That happened to Mike, dude. I've never heard that man's voice go so high in my life. It's the funniest thing.
See,
hilarious.
if I'm with somebody, like I'm good.
Yeah.
But when I'm by myself, if something scares me like that, I'm liable to leave half my stuff. Or
Yeah.
Forget this.
well, last year I broke my quiver because I just tossed it. I was like, dude, I got to get down from here. I'm getting out of here.
Dude. Literally.
You boys need to grow up.
I gather it up. I gather stuff up like firewood and just
And just hit the
we'll pack
the
his
road.
stuff when we get to the truck.
That's exactly what I do.
It ain't like that all the time, but if you get scared or something,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, my wife's getting frustrated because I keep leaving my bow hangers in the tree.
You gotta buy it.
I just
There
go
goes
back and
another
buy-
$2.
Yep, and I just keep buying more. But I buy those $8 ones with the movable.
Oh,
yeah, so
bro, you might want to spring for them $2
yeah.
if you could have keep leaving them.
But yeah, it was terrible trying to get that stuff last night. But
Yeah,
as far
mean,
as
I've been there too, man. But like nowadays, I don't really do that anymore, unless I'm walking out 2 miles and
yeah, and then it gets
something.
spooky.
so
something
eventually, Wes will grow up.
Maybe one day.
I mean, it's
Hopefully
just a
sooner than
mental.
later.
It's just a mental state. Just like talk yourself out of it. You know, there's nothing.
Yeah,
in the
but when
world-
I get like that, I can't rationalize it myself. I'm like, no, dude, that was
no,
real.
that was Sasquatch.
Something is chasing you.
Dude,
Yeah.
but even then, it's just like what you're saying earlier. Like, even as freaky as it can get sometimes, I still would rather be in the woods and
100%.
and doing that than being anywhere else.
Yeah.
I guess you can call yourself an adrenaline junkie.
Well, I mean, the biggest deer I've ever killed, it was way after daylight when I showed up.
Was it really?
Oh yeah,
See, you don't
Golly.
even need to go in the
Same,
dark.
same for me. Yeah, it was during the rut, like late November. It was like the last of the first. I mean, they say there's 2 ruts, and I've experienced it, but last of the first rut here in Tennessee, and I walked in at 9 a.m., sat down, and killed that deer within like 12 minutes of being there.
Golly.
I did a light rattle sequence. Here he comes on a frozen rope off the next point. I was sitting overlooking a draw. He comes down the opposite bank and back up, dude, straight to me, and shot him at like 7 yards with my rifle.
Holy crap.
it's just like that sometimes. But like, if you plan on going hunting the next morning and you wake up late, like Ed said, and it's like,
Just go, man. It don't matter.
Yeah.
oh
Get
yeah,
out there.
but still in the back here, dude, you're like, just,
Yeah, running.
that's how I was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Well, as far
What
as
was that deer? 168?
Gross 176 and 6/8 and netted
There you go.
166 and an 8.
I don't care about that net crap. Nets for fish.
Got that right.
Yeah.
That's funny. Well, as far as season goes for you, Chad, how's it been so far?
Scary, man. It's dark out there. No, I'm just kidding. It's been good, dude. I've seen quite a few deer. I didn't go Saturday, like I said. Y'all know, I got a back issue, so Friday night I didn't really sleep that much, and so I had my alarm set for Saturday morning to get up and go, but I didn't sleep, and my back was killing me. So forget this. Just slept in. Saturday had a camp out for my son, John Semino from church. Did that man's camp thing, and a bunch of us dads and sons went camping, and guess what? I didn't sleep that night either. But Sunday got up, went to church, and then Sunday evening hunted. I'm trying to remember where I hunted at. Probably.
I thought you went to your neighborhood.
Probably the neighborhood. Yeah, I did.
We talked on the phone.
Yeah, I got like 30. It's right at 38 acres in the middle of my neighborhood. My neighbor lets me hunt. Which I guess I could go into that story.
Go into it.
Well, saw a huge buck run across the road in front of me, coming back from the shop one morning about 9 o'clock in the morning. I think that was like November 1st or 2nd. So, which this was 2 years ago. So come to find out, this deer lives nowhere close to here, but he comes through that area every year since I've lived there. Well, I've seen him 3 years in a row now.
Yeah.
But he comes through there every year during the rut because there's like a big family group of does that live close in that little section of timber. Him and a couple more bucks. I've seen some other good bucks in there too. But anyway, I passed and my jaw hit the bottom of my truck floor. I was like, I cannot believe that deer's right here in the middle of town. And went and knocked on the neighbor's. Actually, no, I didn't knock right away. Like I drove back and forth through that spot like every day, 2 or 3 times just to try to get eyes on that buck again. And I never did see him again. But then I finally worked up the nerve to go knock on the neighbor's door. And, I knocked on the door. I was like, hey, I live right up the street. I like to bow hunt, and basically just asked him if I could deer hunt. And he's like, I asked him if he ever let anyone deer hunt his property. And he's like, yeah, I have in the past. He said, nobody hunts it right now. He said, but we got a lot of coyotes, a lot of problems with coyotes around here. He said, if you kill some coyotes, I'll let you deer hunt it.
Deal.
Deal, shook his hand. It's like, all right, next morning I'll be in the woods. So before I killed the first deer on that property, I killed 4 coyotes with my bow. That's how crazy it was in there. And I remember like one morning I was already in the tree, but I was surrounded by coyotes, man, like probably 15 of them, pack of like 15 of them around me in the middle of a neighborhood. So like, I guess a lot of people's animals had been getting killed or whatever.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I tried to do the best I could to help that out, but you're never going to eradicate coyotes. But hey, I got permission to hunt that property. And then that year I saw that deer, and I actually shot at him. He ducked the string. I hit him high in the shoulder. Got a dog out there because I wasn't really sure. And, obviously he lived. And then the next year, or actually 2 weeks later, like I didn't see him again, not on camera, nothing. 2 weeks later, he crossed the road right in front of me during Thanksgiving. And I was like, oh my God. My wife, I was looking at something. I think I was changing the radio station or something. My wife was like, oh my gosh, look. And
you knew
was that
exactly.
buck walking across the road. I was like, oh my gosh, there he is. Like he's alive.
You didn't
and
speed up or nothing?
No, he was headed. I wish I would have, but he was headed right back to that property where I was hunting. But I never did see him again that year. And then the next year I had another encounter with him. and then hopefully he lived. And this year I'm gonna try at him again. But
Yeah.
anyway, all that said to say that I hunted that property again Sunday evening, and then I don't know, man. My week's been a blur, but I've hunted one more time there, and another time at a lease I have, and the second time I hunted that neighborhood property, I had my recurve in the tree, and I actually had just 6 deer come out that night, 2 bucks and 5 deer. So 2 bucks and a doe and 2 fawns come out. But the first deer that came out was a buck. It was a little like fork horn with some little small brow tines.
Yeah.
But I was like, I got the recurve in the tree. I'm going to try to shoot this deer because it would have been like the first buck I ever killed with the recurve. So
Yeah.
he kind of caught me off guard. He came from like my weak side, obviously in the saddle, came from the weak side, and I had the camera on the weak side. So I had to bring that recurve, over the bridge, move the camera around so I could get him on film. And little did I know the lens cap is on the camera, so none of this is on camera.
Gosh,
But he was at 24 yards, and he caught me. He caught me off guard. I didn't have. Yeah, you couldn't see him. He was so small, but I was gonna kill him and be proud of it. But I couldn't. I didn't have time to range him, so he's like 24 yards. I drew back and shot and missed. Like, dude, I probably cut a few hairs off his belly.
Golly.
I guessed him at 20, and he was at 24, but missed him. Had another weird buck come out. He would have been a mainframe 8, but the right side was, about like this deer on the table here.
You sling one of him?
No, he was too far out. He only came to 50, which you'd hear that bow go off, and he'd be like to the next county before the arrow got to him. But so his his right side was good. His left side
Jacked up.
Dude, it had like one, like it was like a spike, but it came down and turned and like around his eye.
What the heck?
Yeah, it was weird.
I guess he just heard it probably while he was in velvet. Probably.
I don't know. Maybe
a lot of
maybe yeah.
I seen
He definitely had a hurt pedicle or a messed up
some kind of
pedicle
article
or something.
Said
Yeah.
A lot of the disformations that you see, they.
Or like a leg injury.
Something during their velvet or something.
Like a leg injury, we'll do that. Like the opposite antler will have some defects, or it'll stay small or something like that.
Justin has one on his camera. The antler's growing out of the side of its head.
What the heck?
Yeah, that was almost how this little buck was. But, And then the doe and the 2 fawns came out, and they winded me and got weird and blew and took off. And then I think it was yesterday. I got out late because I had to drop my kids off at school, and I was probably out there at like 8:30. And then I was just kind of scouting my way through the woods because I was headed to this part of the lease. Like I've been through there, but I was just going through it in a hurry. But during the velvet season, that's where those big deer came out at. Yeah. So I wanted to get in there and kind of take a look at where they came out at, what the terrain looked like, and I found like a group of oaks like dropping pretty heavily because it was windy, like we were saying. I mean, it's been super windy all week.
Super windy, dude.
I guess of that hurricane.
Sam Hill.
Maybe. Well,
Got a phone call.
What the Sam Hill?
What the Sam Hill? Dadgummit, Sam Hill.
That's funny.
Turn that Bluetooth off.
Yeah, dude, I totally forgot it was still connected.
Anyway,
that's
hilarious. What in the Sam Hill? Found that group of oaks dropping, and I was like, I think I'm just going to set up here for a couple of hours.
That's what they're on, man.
And I know, dude. It's like I'm not getting any pictures on any more.
Even the squirrels and stuff are cutting oaks.
Yeah, any more field edges, no more mineral spots, nothing. So it's time to move them cameras to oak trees, I think.
Yeah.
But I don't know, dude. As soon as I picked a tree and got 2 sticks set up. I hear a and I turn around, and there is a forkhorn buck 3 yards behind me. Like, literally could have, like,
smacked in
almost
the mouth.
touched it, yeah. Golly. And he looked me dead in the eyes, dude, and still had no idea I was there.
That's why a lot of them get killed.
Yeah, exactly.
I've killed a lot of them.
They're not very smart at that age, but
juvenile, then dudes get slaughtered.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. I can't wait to get my son on a deer.
Oh yeah, man.
But yeah, that's all I've been in the woods, man.
Yeah.
What about you, Wesley?
Dude, I have had more action this opening week than I did all of last season. It's honestly been kind of crazy. So I didn't hunt Saturday, and I ended up getting into the woods Sunday afternoon, and I set up on a spot, which was that bedding area I was talking about earlier, and there was like this little walking path, and I ended up getting in a tree there, which the tree I picked was absolutely terrible because I could only get like 7 feet up, which was fine, but like I was still at like a pretty steep angle, so I was pretty much just hanging upside down.
Were you by
in the
yourself?
saddle. Yeah, I was. And then I stayed there for. I got in the tree. I think it was probably around 3:00, and then 3:30 came around, and there was that weather that hit just randomly, and there was like 2 or 3 lightning strikes, probably about 150 to 200 yards away from me. So I ended up
That was
just
Sunday evening.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I got rained on too.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, so I had those lightning strikes happen. So I ended up going back to my car, and I got back in the tree at like 4:30, got up in it. Everything was great. It was quiet. And then I had a buck come in on me, and I want to say it was 3 doe. I can't remember exactly. But they were all within about 80 yards, and then 2 of the does got about 50 yards. So I didn't really have any shot opportunity on it. And I've never seen this buck before either. And it's either a 6-point or an 8-point. I couldn't really tell because it was pretty far. Yeah. But that was all the kind of action I got on Sunday. Skipped Monday, and then Tuesday I got back into that same bedding area. And I ended up moving trees and getting closer into the bedding. And I'm not kidding you, nonstop from the moment I got into the tree to the moment I left, there was deer surrounding me the entire time.
Really?
Oh, dude. And I was so frustrated because my wind was set up great to where it was going towards the road, and where I'm hunting was kind of close to it. And, excuse me. And, what I didn't realize from the first day was that that buck that came in and those doe were just kind of just randomly decided to go that way. What they were actually doing was coming out of the woods, going up to the side where the bean field was, and then coming up behind me.
Oh, okay. And
so what ended up happening was I saw some does probably about 60 yards away. And at that point I was like, okay, it's happening. And then they disappeared for about 5 minutes. And then I heard a snort behind me. I turn around and I look, and there's like 6 doe just standing in the beans looking at me. Or they were trying to find me. They couldn't find me.
They could smell you.
They could smell me because I was downwind, and they were downwind. So they ended up coming behind me. They still couldn't figure out where I was at. And at that point, they went back and around to where I originally saw those other doe. And so at that point, I had like 3 doe on every single side of me. And I could not, for the life of me, get a shot on a single one of them. Mm-hmm. And it was probably about 6:00, 6:30. It started to get pretty dark. And I ended up getting to... one of the does ended up getting about 40 yards in. And I took a shot on one, absolutely butchered it. I don't even know why I took the shot, but I was like, I really want some meat. And she ended up
salivating at the mouth.
Oh,
did you hit her? Or?
No, I shot low. And it was also on the weak side. And the way that I was set up in that tree, there was a bunch of brush from a broken tree that was right against that tree. And so I had to like, you
You did pick a bad tree, didn't
oh,
you?
dude, it was terrible. And, instead of like standing up on the platform backwards, people will just put their bow around the bridge like this.
Yeah.
That's how I was taking the
I
shot.
found that a
that's-
little bit harder
Yeah.
for me, just me personally.
Well, and like when you got to do it quick, that's
Yeah.
kind of the only way to do it.
Yeah.
Which is how I shot at that little buck with the recurve.
Yeah.
I had to bring it over the bridge and or the
And
tether and
Just a lot of
Yeah, take
movement
it.
with trying not to be seen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, anyways, take a shot, miss. They ended up staying around the entire time. I really thought that they were going to leave, but they didn't. And then about that point, I hear some footsteps, and I look down, and I have a doe and 2 more fawns literally right below me at like maybe 3 yards.
could have spit on them. Huh?
Yeah, literally, I could have flicked a booger at him if I wanted to, man. They were close.
Yeah.
And so, anyways, I just like sat there and watched them, and then next thing I know, my wind switches, and then some of the other does start snorting, and then the wind switches again. Another one does. They still can't find me, and at this point, I was just getting extremely mad, and it was getting way too dark to take a shot. And I saw one, and it finally started like realizing where I was at, and it snorted at me, and I was so pissed I snorted back. And so at
been
that
there.
point, I like got out of the tree. That's why I left all my stuff there, because I just booked out of town.
It's not because you were scared.
No,
Partially.
I was just
He was
mad.
too mad to be scared.
Dude, I was so mad.
Yeah.
And so left my arrow, which I still have to go back and find that.
Yeah.
And so, anyways.
Yeah, because now you're down to 2, and only one has a broadhead on it.
I still have a couple more arrows left.
Hey, that's a great segue
Yeah,
to broadheads.
yeah.
Not
Yeah.
keep going.
Yeah,
Just
no,
kidding.
we're gonna get to that in a second. But where was I at? I can't even remember.
You were mad. You
Yeah,
got
I was
down.
mad. Got down, left. Shout out to Terry. Terry's putting me on a buck, and Wednesday we went and scouted it. So the next morning we went and scouted that. And he's been showing me trail cam footage of the buck, and it's a good looking 11 point. And we get in the woods, we figure out where we're going to set up, and we're walking out of the woods, and that buck that I'm
Wouldn't you
trying
know
to
it.
get shows up in the field. So we like stand still as literally as still as we possibly can. Didn't spook him, nothing. And then he ended up leaving, we left. And then this morning, I got up at like 2:30, headed to that property. We went and hunted it. And pretty much a similar situation that I had Tuesday, we had today as well. Except I ended up getting a 3-point, probably about 7 yards away that I could have taken a shot on. But I ended up just holding out so that I could kill this
Yeah.
other guy.
We got 2 buck tags, though.
Yeah, we do, which I probably should have just taken the shot at him so I could quit salivating. So,
Yeah. Well,
But yeah, on to the next stuff, which is I want to talk to you guys about some broadheads. We were talking about this earlier. I ended up making a purchase last night to see how well they would go, but I ended up getting some schwackers.
schwackas.
That's all I used to shoot.
For real?
They're pretty good, man.
I like them.
I mean, for
Everybody
for-
that I know shoots them. I mean, kills deer.
they're better than Rage.
Are they?
I'm gonna get a lot of hate for that.
Yeah,
but
dude. Me and Terry were literally talking about that. Just like the amount of people that
I used
are
to
really
shoot
big
Rage a
fanboys.
lot, actually.
I still use
Everybody that
Rage
I know shoot
really?
Rage.
for
loves 'em.
varmints.
For varmints.
Yeah, I don't
My
care to
dad's
lose
killed a
them.
bunch
Yeah.
with them.
Yeah, I have to.
I've been super curious to see how they fly. But I've been shooting those Exodus, and I don't know what it is with the setup. I don't know if I don't have my bow tuned right,
Yeah.
but I just cannot dial it in with the Exodus broadheads.
Huh. That's weird.
Yeah, I don't know why. And like my sight's good. I knew it was good because I took that shot at 40, but for some reason I still shot low.
It's about time for you to get a new bow anyway, though.
Yeah,
So-
it is. But
For any of you Matthews reps that are listening, we got a couple guys.
Me and
need
Wesley
new
are
bows.
packing bears right now.
yeah,
Yeah.
please send us some.
I like my bow.
Do you?
Yeah, I mean, it's old, but I like it.
No offense to Bear, they make great products, but they should not have a bow that you can just buy ready to shoot at Dunham's, because
Yeah.
it is not a
I
good
know.
bow.
I know a bunch of people that shoot it, though.
Dude, I mean, people kill stuff with it. I mean, I'm not
It ain't the
trashing
bow,
that.
Wesley. It's you.
I don't know. It's definitely not me.
No, I mean, I shot a bear for a long time. I loved that thing.
I love
I mean,
mine.
Bear makes great products.
Yeah.
They make some nasty bows.
Yeah,
The hunting
makes good
public,
ones.
they're sponsored by Bear, aren't
Yeah, they all
Yeah.
shoot the Adapt.
they? Yeah.
That's like the cream of the
Hunting
crop
public
for bear.
Yeah.
Which I mean, still, it's upwards of $800 to $1,000 just a bare bone.
No, not the Adapt.
Hmm.
It's
How
like
much is the Adapt?
450 or something.
Is it really?
Yeah, that's like a budget bow.
You can get a pretty sweet bear bow for $300-400. That'll
No, they're
Nah,
good,
that's the one
man.
I bought then.
Yeah.
Oh, which one is their top of the line then?
I don't know.
I thought it was the
Couldn't
Adapt.
tell you.
I'm not even sure.
I've shot a Matthews for the last 3 years. So
Where
then
were you
before
shooting
that, I
before?
was shooting a Hoyt.
Yeah,
You're shooting a Venom
he's
or
shooting
what?
a Ferrari. We're shooting
We're over here shooting Corollas, man.
CRXs.
It gets the job done, don't it?
It
Gets you
does.
where you need to go.
I mean, it just boils down to a resource thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what broadheads are you using?
I got 3 different broadheads in my quiver right now. Hunter from the Element, he gave me one of those whitetail, Grim Reaper whitetail
Grim Reaper's a good
something.
broadhead.
Forget what it's
I've never
called.
used them.
But that one's pretty cool. It's like a three blade, like front deploy, expandable.
Okay.
And then, which, you know, a couple of those guys over at the Element swear by. I know me and KC were kind of broadhead nerds.
Mm-hmm.
We like to shoot like 2 blade, single bevel, like stuff like that. So that leads me to my next broadhead I have in the quiver, which is a cutthroat. So
Is that the one I put on?
yeah, that's the one I'll let you use. It's a 2-blade single bevel broadhead, which I shot my deer in South Dakota last year with, and it went through both shoulder blades and stuck like 3 inches in the dirt on the other side.
Golly.
So
How much are
And-
those?
I don't know. I think they're about $60 for a pack of 3.
They're
That's
all
not bad.
high.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah.
I mean, it's you know, broadheads are all kind of expensive for what. Well, I mean, not
I
really.
wish they would
It's kinda-
bring back where you could get a practice broadhead in the package. Used
dude,
to.
the Schwacker came with one.
Okay, so Schwacker still does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody else. I bought some brand new ones last week. I had to shoot one of the razor sharp ones into my
Which
target.
ones did you buy?
Golly.
The only ones I could find. Well, they were
Rages?
125 grain. Now they're G5 Montex.
Oh yeah, okay. Those are easy to sharpen though.
Oh yeah, I like them.
Yeah, that's the thing about fixed blade, man. It's like you could shoot them in the target and like it hardly ever dulls them, but like
I just took
most
a piece
of
of sandpaper and got it like
yeah, man.
razor sharp.
yeah,
in
most
like
of them
5
are
seconds.
so easy, especially those because you just put a piece of
on a flat surface.
on a flat surface and just
Forward.
rub it back and forth.
Yep.
Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah,
it
they're
works.
good designs.
yeah.
Just where you can put it up against
Like
something
single
flat.
and double bevel though, they're really hard to sharpen. Like to a razor, like shave hair.
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
I don't need nothing like that because I don't.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not saying that I don't need nothing like that, but I don't know how to sharpen.
Well, that's what
something
you
like
said,
That, you know what I'm
man.
saying?
Yeah.
Ed,
You
what
don't
are
need it
using?
because you don't want to sharpen it. Oh wait, I got one more broadhead in my
Oh
quiver.
yeah, yeah.
That Exodus.
Yeah.
What's it called?
QAD.
QAD.
Yeah, Q80 Exodus.
I got
Yeah.
I got a few of them.
Yeah, I gave you some.
Yeah, I
They're
got
pretty
them
sweet,
for.
man.
They're 100 grain.
Yeah, they're
You switched to 125s.
Well,
yeah,
too
I know.
light.
They're kind of something off game comes.
What arrows are you shooting?
Vectors?
I think we're all shooting vectors. aren't we?
HMRs.
Are you shooting vectors? What are you,
You got
shooting? Ed?
HMRs? I need to look at those because I got the ZMRs.
Yeah, that's what I got too.
The
I
ZMRs are for long range.
well, the HMRs are heavy. They're heavy setup.
Okay.
I love mine. Mine's about 482 with 125 grain
Head on it.
head on it.
Yeah.
I think it's like 12.5%, 13% FOC. I mean, it's like perfect.
That's perfect whitetail.
Yeah, it's not
Arrow.
not too heavy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's what a lot of people shoot.
I think mine are around like four.
T-Bone and all them, they
460
set
or
theirs
something.
up somewhere around 500. So I mean, I'm right there at it.
It's pretty good.
The old T3 chunk, huh?
What do you think about this whole like make mechanicals great again movement?
See, I was fixing to say something. If it kills, I really don't. I don't care if it's fixed.
I don't care what people use, man.
I don't care if it's
I'm just a
whatever
nerd
works for
about
you
gear.
is fine
What
with
works for
me.
you, yeah.
I think if you start getting up into that 2.5, 3 inch cut diameter,
Yeah, you're getting a little
and
wild there.
you
but
just
I mean,
need to start practicing more. Point blank.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of
If you
overkill.
have to have
but
that big of a cutting diameter to mince all your meat, you're probably not that good of a shot.
Honestly, dude, that's something that I didn't like about the Schwackers was how big of a cut it makes. That's something I like
that's a
about
good
the
thing,
QAD.
I was fixing to say I kind of like that.
yeah, I mean the bigger the hole, the more it.
I
Yeah,
mean,
but
more
a
damage,
lot,
more-
but
a
good
lot of
place
people
shot as well.
A lot of people, you know, you're either a rage or you're not a rage person, but I say rage is probably one of the most popular broadheads there is.
Dude, I've never
I
used a
guarantee it's
Rage.
killed more. It's a bold statement. It's probably killed more deer than any other broadhead
I
out
can
there.
about guarantee it.
Probably
Yeah.
wounded more too.
Yeah, that's probably true too.
What's the problem with the Rage? Is it just it doesn't have enough punch, or
It's kind of flimsy sometimes.
mechanical doesn't work all the time?
I don't know. I had one. I shot a doe one year with a Rage, and she like turned last minute, spun last minute at the shot, and the arrow ended up going into the vitals and killing her. But like when she spun, dude, it like kind of bounced off her rib a little bit, and it left like a 8-inch hole
Golly.
down her side. Yeah.
But you think too, I mean, think of how far you can break down tuning into a bow, your arrow, nock, fletchings. I mean,
The whole 9
everything.
yards.
Not everybody's like gets that technical with it. I mean,
I'm not.
I'm more technical this year than I've ever been, and I'm not that technical at
Yeah.
all.
No.
Yeah.
I
A lot of people just grip it and rip it, and it's-
right. And I
the
think a
arrow's
lot of
like-
that has to do with, you know, how your arrow's flying. And
Yeah. And you know, that's what I like about recurves, man. You're not tuning the bow, you're tuning the arrow to the bow.
right.
Yeah, which it's
And I kind of feel like
That's
some
pretty
people's
delicate
doing that
too,
for
but-
their comp. It's kind of going that way for your bows
for your
too,
bows too, yeah.
for regular compound.
You know
bows.
what turned me into a nerd?
I thought you was going to say, you know what turns me on?
I'll tell you what turns me on. What got me into being technical
Straight
with
flying
bows,
arrows.
I bought a really expensive bow,
True.
and I
Yeah.
thought, okay, if I'm going to spend this much money on a freaking bow,
I'm going to spend a little time with arrows.
I'm going to spend some time making it worth it instead of spending $1,200 on a deer wounded machine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Because, I mean, if you had a ready to go package bow from Wally World or wherever, I mean,
For
that's
all
cool.
you people out there that don't know what that means, that's Walmart.
Yeah. I mean, that's fine. There's probably more deer killed with those than there is anything. But, you know, if you say to yourself, well, I'm going to buy me a nice bow, and you go buy a nice bow, and then you're shooting the same arrows you're shooting in that,
Yeah.
you're probably not going to get, you know,
Great results.
great results. You might get better results, but I don't know if it would be like a total 180 turnaround. Be like, wow.
The bow would feel better.
Oh yeah,
But,
yeah,
you know.
100%.
I shoot the Montec G5s,
That's what I'm.
That's what I shot last year.
and those are super easy to sharpen. If you take a Sharpie marker
Yeah, that's exactly what I did. I watched the video on YouTube.
and color
color the edges.
the edges, just sharpen it enough to get the marker off.
Yeah,
You barely got to touch them, and they're razors again.
Pretty good broadhead.
and that's
for
a
the
good
price,
selling
man.
point too. Yeah, I think they were like $40
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
they're like 42 or something
for
like
3
that.
of them.
Yeah, if you get
I've
the
killed a
carbon
couple deer
steel
ones.
like I got, they're like 45.
$3 more.
But and then right now I'm shooting the gold tip Pierce. It's a 4mm arrow.
Pretty good arrow. Mm-hmm. Yep.
and shooting 300 spine,
How much weight you pulling?
70.
70. What about you, Hunter?
60.
70.
I have some vectors.
Mine pulls it right at 71.
I have some of the Vector HMRs. For those,
It's supposed to be 70, but yeah. Yeah, those are the heavier ones.
they got the.
See, I didn't
60.
even know that. I just
the
got them.
deep six.
Oh, the Deep Six. Yeah,
Yeah.
you told me like you accidentally got this.
Right. But I'd like to try out their newest Broadhead.
Yeah, man.
It's supposed to drop here pretty soon.
Well, I ordered some, and I was supposed to have them in September.
Reckon they're busy.
Isaac, if you're listening to this, or Ben, you got like 2 days, my friends.
We still love you. Love's
Hey,
running
can
thin.
you guys can you guys send me some not Deep Six arrows, please? Matthews V3X 33 inch 70 pound 28.5 inch draw weight. Draw length.
Dude, something that I've been experiencing for some reason is I'm just using a whisker biscuit on my bow.
Yeah.
And when I draw back, the vector arrow will drop into the whisker biscuit.
It's time for a new biscuit, my
Dude,
friend.
it's time. It's time for a drop away.
Yeah.
Let's just call it like it is.
Listen, it's time to throw that bear bow over into the holler
Hey,
and
nothing wrong with whisker biscuits. I shot one
for a long time. Yeah.
forever,
Yeah.
but it does.
Dude.
They wear out,
It
man.
it monkeys with your arrow path, your flight path.
Dude, and with that skinnier arrow, it's even worse.
Yeah, because the vectors.
They're not completely centered.
Yeah.
Better hope you don't have a daggum like 160 walk out in front of you.
Hey, you could hit it. You practice, you can hit it.
It's like that dude in South Dakota last year. He's like, saw that deer and I turned around and put all 7 pins on it and let it go. I knew I'd hit it. I had all 7 pins on it.
Well, I mean, there
It's
is
like a 174 or
Dude,
something.
he showed us pictures of it. It's massive.
Yeah, dude. First bow you ever, first
I'm
deer
gonna
you
start
ever
shooting
killed with a
like
bow.
that.
What'd you say?
I'm gonna start shooting like that.
Just put all 7 on him.
If all my pins will fit on it, I'm letting her eat.
Yeah.
Let her eat, baby. Sounds like you need one of them, like, what are they called?
I'll-
Easy Deep V or something sites?
Vital V.
Easy, yeah, whatever it's called.
But
You can. You just put all the pins on it. Let her eat.
hey, the people that shoot them and
Yeah.
that understand the way they're supposed to be used,
Oh, they swear by it.
they say you'll never shoot anything different.
I've thought about it because you don't have to range the deer at that
Yeah,
point.
and they're not expensive.
What was it?
It's like a
It's called, is it Vital V or Easy V? Something
Easy
like
V.
that.
It has something to do with the Vital V.
Yeah. You just put the vitals, so it's got like 2 mark. It's got a V coming down in the sight. And you put the vitals.
It's got marks on it, and
Yeah.
it comes with different inserts, don't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, I think so.
And
I don't know, but all you do is you put the vitals in your sight picture and you release, and it's supposed to hit right in the vitals.
That's wild.
and like he said, everybody that shoots them and like understands and gets their bows
But you don't
done,
have, you don't have to have a rangefinder at that point. You just make sure the vitals are within that V to where you can see all the vitals.
and let her roll.
Yeah, let her eat. And
So what do you do?
she's
Like click a
eating.
button or something? And
No, I mean it's like simple as it gets.
Yeah, it's like rudimentary math, you know? Like,
what the heck?
I don't even know what you just said,
Yeah.
boy.
what's that? Fibonacci's rule? Is that right, Jerry? 1 to 1.6 ratio. Look that up if y'all want your minds blown.
Yep, look it up, Liberace.
Fibonacci, fool.
Ribonacci.
I ain't familiar with that Chinese arithmetic now. Pipe it down.
I buy my food at the
pipe it
Piggly
down.
Wiggly, man.
I've been wanting a new sight. I've been researching a lot.
Yeah. Dude, I have the same sight, same biscuit, same everything on that bow.
Listen, man.
If I,
Still
I
got a
think
kisser button?
if I went and
Same what?
Still got a kisser button too.
Probably.
I
don't
used to
even
have,
know.
I mean, I just started shooting without a kisser button because the shop that
Oh, wait,
put
I don't
mine
even have
on
a
it
kisser button.
flew off and I couldn't get it put back on.
You never spent another dime in that joint, are you?
Nope.
Dude, I don't even know if the bow's set up with the right draw length. Like, honestly, it's really dumb.
Man, look,
Dude.
we're getting complicated here. People have been killing stuff with a stick and string for years and years and years and years.
Yeah.
It's all about practice, boys.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
I've been accurate with it.
I mean, it helps to have like good equipment and tuned equipment,
Right.
but
I mean, it wasn't. Mine was just early on was just a lack of just ignorance. I just didn't. You know,
Yeah.
None of my buddies were super tuning their bows, so I mean, I wasn't either. I was just like, you know.
thanks YouTube. Now we're all wanting
I mean,
to super tune our
it does
bows.
help.
Yeah.
Good old college of YouTube.
You got that
YouTube
right.
University.
But if I was gonna go buy a new sight today, I like that CB Trek.
I don't even know what I would get. Probably just good old 4 pins. That's all I need.
Or like a Spot Hog or something.
Spot
I don't
ons-
know. There's a
spot
bunch
ons
of
are
them out
sweet.
there.
Yeah, there's so many. That dialed archery one looks pretty sick. I don't
What's
know if
that,
y'all seen
I
that one.
ordered a Spot Hog Fast Eddie XL.
Did you already get it?
Oh, I got it a long time ago.
Doesn't fit on your bow.
No, they sent me a left-handed one.
Oh,
Oh dang.
did you get a?
I am left-handed, but I shoot right-handed.
Well, did they send you a new one?
No,
Why not?
they wouldn't replace it. I'm like, what do you mean you won't replace it?
Oh,
sent
did
me
you
the
buy
wrong
a
one.
left-handed
Hog.
one? Did you buy a left-handed one?
No.
Thinking you bought a right-handed one?
My order says RH.
I'll be throwing a fit then.
I did. And
Apparently, you
I
didn't throw a big
called them,
enough.
sent emails. No, it's what you ordered. I'm like, that's not
I mean,
what my
I'm-
order says. But now I got the Trophy Ridge React Trio Pro Trio, whatever
I mean,
it
I'm
is.
shooting
Those
a
are pretty
Trophy
cool.
Ridge. Mine's an older one.
Dude, I love mine.
Mine's just a simple 5-pin. I mean, just as simple as it gets.
Yeah.
What about you?
I don't even know.
He's probably got a Trophy Ridge on that
Yeah,
bear.
it's a Trophy Ridge, but I don't know which one it is.
What about
It's
I
you?
just
got
the
the,
basic one that they
you got the
probably
black
sell
gold?
for $30.
Yeah, I got a dude. I love black gold sights.
I do too, man.
They're sweet. I got the Whitetail Verdict 3-pin slider.
Whitetail Verdict.
What is that new company?
Sweet.
Red something.
Redline.
Yeah,
Red
Redline.
Line. Yeah, those
I've
look
heard a
cool
lot
too,
of
They're
good
man.
stuff
sweet,
about their
dude.
stuff.
Yeah.
And their stuff is like really reasonable priced.
Yeah. It looks pretty solid.
You know, it ain't like $1,600 for a sight.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're getting ridiculous.
So what range are you guys
30
Confident.
tops for me.
in shooting at?
Honestly,
I practice 30 up to 30 consistently.
see, I practice up to 50 consistently.
Yeah, see, I can shoot to 70 in my yard, so I go from like,
But you got a roller.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm on.
yeah.
But I'm also shooting 60 pounds.
Oh, what? A roller?
Yeah, roll sight that rolls.
Oh,
Yeah.
My bad. Is that the wrong?
I
Word
just didn't
for
know
it.
what you were talking about.
Oh. Is
No,
yours
I don't-
fixed or is it?
Both.
Yeah, his,
The React Pro, you set your 20-yard and 30-yard pin,
Right.
and they move independent, just like a regular 3, 4, 5, 10, 12 pin, whatever.
yeah, I think he has one fixed pin and then one floater.
And the fixed
That's cool.
Yeah.
the fixed pin, which is vertical, it works just like a 1 pin, but it's automatically set once you set your 20 and 30 yard, and it works. It's actually
Yeah, it's pretty wild. They have like a
So you got two
algorithm
like this,
that 2 horizontal and
And then
one
one
and these two are
vertical.
fixed.
Those two are they're not fixed. They're
well, they'll
they
move.
adjust.
They'll move, but what he's saying is like,
So this pin, the pin that's coming up from the bottom is the same period.
Yep,
but the whole sight housing moves up and down.
right.
Yeah.
And
So you adjust. You shoot the bottom one to what, 40,
40.
and then you adjust the top two or something, right?
Yeah.
Something like that. I don't know.
Gotcha.
but
Sounds complicated.
Yeah.
it took me forever to figure out how to work it, but once you look.
You like it
how
now,
it's
don't you?
designed, it's
Is that the
super
one that has a
simple.
little knob on top that you spin it?
There's like 10 knobs. on
Yeah,
that
it's
thing.
crazy, dude.
It's pretty wild.
The thing does.
I have
math
it out in the
within
car.
itself.
I'll show it to you.
The heck?
I like
And
the
it's all
quick release
mechanical.
ones that you can just take off.
I'll have to look at that.
Yeah, the bows. Yeah.
What kind of range
got my
can you
bow
get
in
on your recurve?
Oh, I'm pretty. I mean, I practice out to 30 with
I
the
was fixing to
recurve.
say 20 and in, pretty dang good
20
shot.
and in, I feel good about.
But if you, I mean, for
I mean,
those listening, if you don't shoot a stick bow. I mean, 20 yards is like,
It feels forever away, doesn't it?
heck yeah.
No, with the recurve. So I don't. There's several different ways to shoot and aim, and so I shoot split finger, and really focus on my anchor points, and then I'm like a hybrid between using the tip of the arrow and instinctive shooting.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't string walk or nothing like that?
No, I don't string walk or anything. I just really, honestly, what I do is I just stare a hole into where I want to hit, and I can see the broadhead in my peripheral, and I kind of move it, adjust it. You know what I mean? To where I know where that
You
broadhead
shot
hit.
enough to know.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it,
It's
but
basically using the tip of the arrow to aim.
Okay.
So
I feel like if you bowfish, that helps.
it does. But
It really does.
I mean, you gotta really kind of be able to judge the yardages. That's why I missed that deer the other day. Because like I thought he was at 20, he was at 24, and I just like
Went right
cut a
over him.
few hairs off his belly, So would have been a perfect vital shot
Yeah, as long as you did it at 24.
if I'd have been like 4 inches higher, But here we are. I missed him.
Golly.
So you did get the boat.
Huh?
You
What?
did get the boat.
The boat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I sold my fishing boat and bought.
Well, they know what you're talking about.
Heck, that went from like left field to
Well,
daggum.
he brought up bow fishing.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. Okay, I see what you did there.
Yeah, that was a pretty hard.
No, I
segue.
bought I bought a Grizzly Tracker Sportsman 1860. So it's got the bow fishing deck on it. So yeah, we'll put out some bow fishing videos this summer. These daggum interns over here, they both got daggum bow fishing boats.
I know it.
They ain't even old enough to have a cold beer yet.
I know it. We'll have to take them to some honey holes.
Hey, this is the guy I was telling y'all about that used to host some tournaments. So
How many tournaments did you host?
Oh, we just had a series on Cordell Hall. 2 years.
yeah.
Did he get pretty popular?
I mean, yeah.
How many-
We've had upwards
What was the
of,
biggest tournament? How many boats?
I don't know, probably close to 20, 30 boats.
Golly. So do you make money off that?
No.
Okay.
100% payback.
Memories, baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
'Cause you got to coordinate all that.
Yeah. I mean, you just have, everybody pays an entry fee, and then you can do big fish or little fish, and then a portion of the money will go to the fish off. And there's, according to the tournament, you got to meet certain requirements to go to the fish off. You got to win so many and show up to so many and all this stuff. So, fish off.
Championship, basically.
Yeah. Just to
What was the biggest
Got
prize
to
pool?
qualify.
do what?
What was the biggest prize pool?
I don't know. I'd probably say $1,100-$1,200.
Still pretty big.
Heck yeah.
It's fun too, man. Golly, is it fun?
Oh, dude.
So
It's
much
so
fun.
much fun.
I
Yeah.
used to fish some tournaments down in Cordell Hole.
Yeah.
So much fun.
Yeah. Get ready for it this summer.
Yeah, it makes for some awesome footage.
I need y'all to help me get that deck off so we can
Yeah, start using it for
start using it for some bow fishing. There you go. Yeah, you boys do your pull-ups over there.
Oh, don't be shaking your head over there.
You guys are the interns. It's your
No,
job.
but I've been wanting to take it out to Cordell. So
So the deck's on it or it ain't?
right now it's on it, but I'd
Okay.
like to get it off to hunt
Oh, okay.
off of
Well, we can pile some nanny goats on there.
some nannies. Yep.
Might put 2 nanny goats on it in the morning.
Yeah, boy. Even on the bow fishing deck.
Oh yeah, I mean
Yeah.
I've seen some pictures of some big bucks on bow fishing decks.
Golly.
For real.
Let's make it happen in
Dude,
the
I've
morning.
seen some pictures of big bucks on kayaks.
Oh, dude. I mean,
Yeah, man.
that's what we need to be doing for real.
I was talking to the Mobile Hunter Expo we did up in Ohio. So I was talking to Chris. He just killed a big buck. Chris is one of the guys that puts it on.
Yeah.
he just killed a big buck. He's got a picture of it on his kayak. He kayaked
Golly.
into some public. And he was telling me the story because we were talking about next year's show, but he was telling me the story, and he said he shot that deer, and then I think he said 5 minutes later, a bigger deer came in.
Golly.
They only get one tag up there.
Shoot.
So he
Talk about a slap to the face.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hindsight at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're just like,
Yeah, just be pumped
screw
with what
you.
you
I'll
took.
get you next year,
Yeah.
hopefully.
You'll be bigger next year, so
But the big deer on the kayak pictures are pretty awesome.
yeah, man.
Makes for good videos too.
I got a doe picture on a canoe.
Do you really?
Yeah. Yeah, I killed a doe when you're off the river.
Dude,
Potter
if I
in the
put
canoe.
a deer on my kayak with me,
Y'all are going down.
dude, it's capsizing. Or it's sinking one. It's way too small. I think mine's only 10 and a half foot, something like
Yeah.
that.
Dude, we need to get a unit over and start slaying 3 a day.
That's where we're going in the morning.
Oh, are you guys really?
Yeah. Right there where we're going is it splits that public piece right in half.
Over on the, guess you could call it a river?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't want to give the position away, obviously.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to be sneaky about it.
I think you just did.
No, I didn't.
Thanks. I'm just playing, bro.
Yeah.
I don't even know where we're going. He might be taking me, drop me off in the dark by myself. Just say, hey,
Go
I'll
hang out
come
in
get
the
you
skin
at
walk,
10
filming
o'clock.
it for all these
Yeah,
listeners.
screw you. I'm going with you.
You ever been snipe hunting?
Oh, jeez. My grandpa took me and my cousin out snipe hunting one time. Left us in the woods for a little while.
Wesley, have you ever been snipe hunting?
No, and I know what that is.
Okay.
Hey, snipe's a real bird, man.
I was fixing to
They
say it's a
are.
bird with a
Yeah.
big old long pecker on it.
Dude, that's funny.
Yeah.
Are you guys looking forward for the rest of the season?
What are we looking forward to?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm just ready to.
I'm
I'm ready to kill a big buck. I mean, I've had a dry spell for the last 3 or 4 years, so ready to get on one.
Yeah. Man.
I'm super excited to hunt Catoosa. I got 2 hunts that I got
Oh, he
drawn
drew
for.
some tags.
Yeah.
So I'm super stoked for that. Other than that, I'm kind of in the same spot he is. It's for
Been
me the
pretty
past
dry.
3 years have been rough.
Yeah.
I mean, I've killed a couple, but as far as seeing bucks, I mean, they've been slim.
Yeah.
And then this year, finally got a couple cameras out and
Yeah.
got some pretty nice ones. I got a super big 6 that looks really cool.
He does look cool, man. You showed him to me earlier.
So
Hope
I'd
you
love
get
to
him.
love to tag him in, but so like I said, but Catoosa mainly, and I'd like to try to get a couple bear hunts in.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Are you thinking East Tennessee or?
Where are you trying to bear hunt at?
I'd like to hunt close to home,
Yeah.
Yeah.
close to here if I can find a good spot with some bear populace.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. There's north of us has got some bear. You just got to find a spot.
Can't you hunt bear on Catoosa?
No, I just read a post about that today.
Is it
So
bear
something
in
about
Catoosa?
something about not taking. Oh no, actually, you can hunt bear. Said no bears under 75 pounds or sows with cubs.
Okay.
So,
And
So
if
while
you
you're in
see,
Catoosa,
but you got drawn for a deer hunt. So if you see a bear while you're out there, you can kill it
yeah,
because we
with
get
the
a bear
bow. With the
tag.
bow.
and I got drawn for the bicolor side. Why they call it that, I don't know. I guess they got a bunch of two-tones over there.
Yeah.
But
Bunch
I
of
think,
piebalds.
I think that's where most of the bear hide out.
That's
which
cool, man. I hope you
I-
get a bear. That'd be awesome.
We drove in there, and it definitely looked like bear territory.
Oh, yeah.
scary.
They hunt where the picking's easy. It's a lot easier to see a white deer running, or scatting through the woods than it is full-blown brownie.
Yep.
That's cool, guys.
What about you, Wesley? What are you excited about?
I'm trying to kill this buck that Terry's got me on, and
But what if you don't kill it? What else are you excited about?
dude, I'm just excited to fill a freezer. That's
There you go.
That's honestly what I care about.
Back straps, baby.
That and those inner loins, man. That's
But
all I care about.
True loins.
Yeah, I'd really like to honestly like take the whole hind off or front shoulder and cook the whole thing. That's something.
Smoke it or something.
Yeah, I'd really like
Yeah.
to do that as well. And then I saw like this recipe on Meat Eater where you like softly cut a really long and big strip of the meat that's right on the outside of the rib all the way down to the belly. And then you roll it with like jalapenos, cream cheese, and like a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah, like a popper. So it's basically
it's
like
kinda
deer
a popper.
bacon.
Yeah, kind of, but it's like you roll it like a what are those little like treats? The Swiss
rolls?
roll-ups or
Cannolis?
whatever. What are they called?
Swiss roll.
Swiss rolls.
Yeah, yeah. So those. So
Huh.
it looks like that, but it's filled with jalapenos and cream cheese and stuff, and then you smoke it.
Sweet.
So I'm looking forward for that. And then I've never had deer heart, so I really want that.
Oh, bro. It's like the best part.
Yeah. Every time I've like either completely forgot that I had the deer heart and just never ate it, or
Yeah.
the people I've been with are like, I'm never gonna eat this, so they'll just
Yeah, well,
toss it. Just
waste.
Yeah.
So wasteful.
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's frustrating. But that's honestly what I'm really looking forward to. Just getting even fatter. Getting some protein in me and
Yeah, man. Well, hopefully we can get a lot of this stuff on camera.
Yeah,
We're filming all the hunts and
yeah.
hopefully get a few deer dead on camera this year. If
Yeah, we
not,
definitely should.
It's gonna be a pretty boring episode.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, no, we definitely should. I mean, all of us have good looking deer on camera.
yeah, man. Sure. But
Hopefully we can all actually tag out on them.
What about you, Hunter?
I'm kind of like Wesley. I just want to kill deer.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm ready for.
yep.
I'm not really. I mean, in years past, I've always horn hunted, like for real.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I ain't killed a whole lot, but I've killed.
Trying to fill a freezer this year then?
Yeah. Like I just kind of want to. You know, if I see a good buck, I ain't saying I ain't gonna kill it, but
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
Well,
be
obviously.
as hyper focused.
Yeah.
I just want to.
Just get out and enjoy.
I just want to get out and enjoy it and just hunt deer.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Enjoy God's creation, dude.
Yeah.
But-
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. All right. Well, appreciate you guys being on the podcast. Ed,
Yeah,
thank
man.
you for joining us again, man. And
Pleasure.
you know,
Morty, it's always
yeah.
nice to have you.
Marty, you're more than welcome to never come back as well. So
Hey, it's been a good snake, man. He's
Man,
dude,
if
chilling.
Morty
he's
had
been
ears,
quiet.
his
He
heart-
hasn't been barking or anything.
No.
So
I heard him meow once, but
but,
yeah, appreciate you coming on, man. And
My pleasure.
Hunter's also been a good time. Chad as well. But
thanks.
yeah.
Well, let's
good luck to everybody, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
yes, sir. Good luck this season, guys.